What's up, everyone? It is your girl, Beaute 87 here, aka Grace, and today we're going to start a new series. It's called Palettes That Inspired Me. So what I did was I went through my makeup collection of older palettes that I have that inspired me to make gorgeous eye looks that y'all see on Instagram a lot of times, because I know people don't usually like to see older palettes in videos, and I used to have a whole series about it and people didn't really vibe with them, wasn't really watching it as much, so I figured I'd give a new twist to it, and these palettes inspired me to come up with looks that you all see and then you all ask about and then later find out that they're older palettes. So without further ado, let me show you what the palette is for today's video that we're starting off with. This is the PatrickTa MajorDimensions Volume 2 palette. Y'all know this is the more rose tone one. This palette inspires me so much. I love this. Like, this is like my version of a soft glam palette, because y'all know I don't do the browns, but I'll do a berry or I'll do a mauve. So this is his mauvey, I guess, rosy version of the first palette he came out with. This palette performs way better than the first one. Y'all know he had that weird sequin shade at the top that nobody was vibing with, and then he had, sorry, it's really reflective, and then he had the what do you call it, the shimmers in it weren't as great as the ones in here. So I'm glad he took the feedback and, you know, came up with a better one in the second round. My only complaint with all these palettes is I feel like all the shades are mid-tone, but I'm assuming that's why he has the like cream in here, so that way you can you know, darken it up for your liking. But I'm gonna go off camera and give y'all a cute little moment with this. I already have inspiration and kind of an idea of what I want to do, and it's actually gonna be soft glam for once, as opposed to, like, you know, me just saying my version of soft glam. This one is actually going to be a soft glam moment. So how about that? Let me zoom you on real quick and cute like. If you're curious what's going on with the eyes right now, this is actually another palette that inspired me eyeshadow look that I did. This is with the Desi and Katie Friendcation palette from Dose of Color. So you'll see this video after you see this video, since this is the first one that I have set up to go out. But without further ado, I'm gonna go off camera, get my life in order, and I'll be back with an eye for you. Okay, girl? Okay. So I was inspired to create this look with the PatrickTa MajorDimensions Volume 2 palette. Y'all know I usually don't do soft stuff like this, but I figured I could give y'all a soft moment today. So I took these three shades here, this shade right here, this is the shade that's on my inner corner. Yeah, that's it. So let's get to it. So I basically just sat down and looked at this palette and I was like, what in here works for me that I would like to do in an eye look? So once I figured that out, I took this shade right here and started going through my crease. To me, this is I have a date tonight. I told him I was ready. He's actually here, and I have not done anything to my eyes yet. The majority of my base is done, and I need to rush to get something done to look cute to go on this date. That's what this eye is giving me. I know y'all know, love, I got a whole scenario behind just this eye look. I don't know, but that's what I thought of when I was like doing it. I was like, you gotta rush and be somewhere, so you choose safe colors to make sure the blend isn't crazy, because that's what I be doing sometimes. Like, I'm gonna pick this safe color because I know I gotta rush to be where I need to be one time. So that's what the eye is giving. So let's get it. So now I'm gonna take the dark shade, just put it on the outer view. My only gripe with these palettes is I always feel like the deepest shade still isn't necessarily as deep as I would like it, but you know, I feel like he just tries to do a lot of mid-tone shades. So if you're my skin tone, sometimes I feel like you might have to dig into another palette depending on how deep it is, because I feel like the cream is okay. I still feel like it doesn't make it as deep as I would prefer, because to me this isn't that deep for some of my skin tones. But I can understand someone in the medium and tan area thinking this is a deep shade, because obviously on them it would be. To me, it's just not necessarily deep enough. So that's my only complaint with these. The formula is nice. He finally fixed the shimmers and then tried to put that sequin shade in there after the first palette. So that's another thing I really love about PatrickTa. When you give him feedback, he listens. That's how we got that whole blush palette 2 debacle though, because it's like he's listening to what y'all saying and then y'all not really wanting it, because after he made that one, that's on sale for $29. His blushes don't go on sale for $29, but since y'all asked for something lighter, he might have had to change the formula as opposed to the formula he had for the mid-tone ones, and that's why it didn't work out. So sometimes I feel like it's a good and bad thing when you listen to people, because it's like, I feel like if he came out with another deeper one and people had to use light hand again, it would have sold better, as opposed to him listening to y'all saying y'all wanted a lighter one, and then when he made you the lighter one, then he got to put it on sale for $29 and give it away for free on his website. So it's like, listen to people sometimes to me is a double-edged sword, and to me that was just a perfect example of it. It's like, he listened to you, you said you wanted this, then when he gave you that, now he gotta sell it for $29 because you changed your mind and decided you didn't want it. So I don't know how he's gonna do moving forward when it comes to his blushes, just because. And I know I didn't like that highlighter formula. I was like, Patrick, honey, what is going on? I was expecting the highlighters to be giving, but it was like this weird glossy balm going on with it, and I was just like, I don't know about that. So the issue I was having with the lighter shade was, I feel like it wasn't blending in well with the brown shade, so that's how we ended up bringing in this shade right here. I just kind of mirrored it between the two so that way it wouldn't look as bad. Although on this side I feel like it's not looking as bad, but I just feel like it wasn't transitioning well, because you got to think how light this is and kind of chalky on my skin tone, and then the darker brown was like there, and they just weren't mirroring well. So that's what gave me the idea to blend in like the pink shade that I did blend in. I was like, I'm just, you know, blend this in between the two, and then we shouldn't have the ashy transition anymore. Plus, that's my favorite pink shade in the palette. If you all want to wear, this is the type of mauve shade that I like when it comes to palettes. So y'all know, my mother used to come out them rose palettes back to back to back. I was like kind of annoyed because it's like we wanted something different. At the same time, I was like, at least it's like a mauve that works on my skin tone and a mauve color that I like. So that's why I wasn't too upset. I mean, I was upset like everybody else. It's like, how many times do you think I should pay you $65 for this mauve? Like, the new color she just came out with had the mauves in it. I'm hoping later on in the year, if we get some 6 pans or something, it's not more mauve. So I'm just mirroring that shade in between these two in order to have that like transition I talked to y'all about that you saw over here. Put a little bit more lightness like right up in here. Okay, looking good, looking cute. Let's blend all this with the clean brush now, because I was blending originally with the brush that had the lash line shade on it, but now we're just gonna blend it with this one, make it look nice. I'm gonna put some brown eyeliner on the lower lash line as well. I just didn't put it on initially because I was trying to debate if I wanted to do it or not, but we'll go ahead and do it. And look how gorgeous this inner corner shade is, honey. Look at that cute little moment it's getting. They say it's supposed to be a snowstorm here in Chicago. That's why I'm up at 1:07 in the morning filming, just in case it does come. But if Adriangameover, when I get up in the morning and it is, I'm literally filming makeup for every video. The powder, battling it out. Put my Danessa Myricks blush on. That's the one I have on right now in Prima Donna. And then we're gonna be going home because mommy don't have time for it. Oh yeah, we still put the brown on the waterline. So I was thinking about doing a commentary video as far as like talking about. I heard Burt and Roxanne, he said the beauty community is dead, and why he thought the beauty community was dead because of the Caucasian beauty gurus that got really popular that were really problematic. So I was thinking about doing a video on it, putting on some makeup and talking to y'all about it, but you didn't tell me what you think down below, because I know y'all really liked when I did the one on melt makeup and my thoughts on it, and a lot of you all actually agreed with what I said on it. So, you can tell me what you think about that. I'm gonna try to have this video go up before the end of next month, which is March. I know I'm filming it February the 25th, but y'all know how I go. I have a whole bunch of stuff to do, but let me back you on up and we can talk about more on this palette. So, this is why this palette inspires me. I don't usually do matte eyes at all, but I felt like it takes such a soft, girly look to the appearance. At the same time, I could have turned around and did what I would have traditionally did, which is a nice smoky moment here with my favorite mauve shade right here, and then this gorgeous shade right here. So I could do actually more looks with this palette. It's just we're gonna stop with this one because, you know, I just gave y'all inspiration with this one palette, and hopefully you enjoyed it. I tried to do, like I said, something softer as opposed to what I normally do, which is smoky moment, but I wanted to give you a soft little cute date night moment. I know this probably been more helpful during the Valentine's Day thing, but y'all know I went out of town on Valentine's Day, so that's why I didn't get a chance. But I really like it. I was really inspired by the palette. I'm mainly inspired by the shimmers in that palette, not necessarily the mattes, because like I said, they have lots of mid-tone, and it has really nice formula of shimmers, but it does have really nice formula of mattes as well. So overall, I just think PatrickTa has found his space with the palettes. I'm just wondering what color story he's gonna come out with next, because he already did bronze, he already did mauve. I'm thinking berry tones next. I think it'd be cool if he did berry tones next. So maybe we'd actually get some true deeper shades. But I don't know. Y'all can tell me which palette y'all think you'll come up with next. I'm hoping it's like berry tone stuff, because I think that'll be perfect. And then I have a fall palette from him, like, and I have my everyday palette from him. And then I think those would be two good palettes to combine together. So I would really be excited about that. But you can comment down below and tell me if you were inspired by this look, because I'm over here looking at myself like, ooh, I look soft and pretty, like I need to be on a date with somebody right now. That's what the eyes are giving me. But I hope you all enjoyed this video. Remember, you all are diamonds, and I'll catch you guys in the next week. Be blessed, girl. Bye.